Alright, what's up, guys? I think it is now day 8 of whatever this is. And it is currently 9:15 and it's 19 degrees right now. Now, I don't know where you guys are from and how cold it gets there, but to me, it's pretty damn cold. Anyway, pretty much didn't do anything today, if I'm being completely honest. Of course, stayed on my hitting my macros, did my cardio, made some posts on my social media or whatever for the business, but I really did not do much in terms of getting money in the door. So, yeah, just got to be more consistent. But anyway, I'm gonna try and make these. I want these to be entertaining slash valuable slash whatever it might be. But I also I want it to be like genuine. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to just be me rambling here, talking about whatever, and yeah, I just wanted to have somewhat of a point. And that's the good thing about what's going on right now is, all of these get no views, which is great because I get to do this for kind of, I assume, for a while before I get any sort of views. Even if I do get views, it's not any traction. But right now I don't have to worry about anything. I just kind of get to figure it out. So yeah, goal, entertaining, valuable, but genuine, or the other word, organic comes to mind. That also works, but it's not the word that I'm looking for. Um, let's see. What is the word? Whatever. I lost. Anyway, today is back. We're gonna go in, hit some back today. Um, I always struggle to feel back. That's always a thing. Common theme. Struggle to flex it. Struggle to feel it. All that sort of stuff. It gets sore just fine. So, but I will say I've been feeling it more. It's like, since I took such a long break from lifting, now when I lift, it's like I'm weaker, or like my body is not in the same shape, so I feel it quicker. So although like I don't feel my back while I'm doing a back movement, while it's resting, I do feel it starting to get like a little bit of a pump, stuff like that. Like I feel it fatigue. But what's odd is it's more so in between sets. But anyway, um, so that's the plan. Today I finally have a little tripod with me, and I kind of really want to see what my back looks like starting out, because I always have a pretty good Christmas tree, and from what I can tell, I'm like decently lean, and it's just in those little areas that I have left to lose, a little bit of, fat. It's weird. Like I was talking to my brother about it. I don't know how like scientific or whatever this is, science based, but it's like I'm like pretty lean throughout my body, and then just like in these small areas, um almost pudgy or soft. So like in my lower back, lower outer, like kind of like my hips, it's just like a solid chunk. Like, let's say I'm grip, like, let's say like my hands gripping it like a fat caliper. It's like there's probably like this much, um and still a little bit, in my abs or whatever, but more so in my back. So it's just odd because like I can see literally like my Christmas tree, like whatever that's called. I know what it's called, but I forgot. I'm forgetting everything right now. Anyway, which is probably because I'm filming. I'm not talking naturally. I'm not talking to you guys like you're my friends yet. So that's what I'm hoping I get to. Talk to you guys like you're my friends. Joke around a little bit. Kind of get a little bit of a theme going with these, and then that's kind of the goal. But erectors, I think that's what it's called. I can see the feathering in my Christmas tree, my lower back. So I'm pretty lean, I assume so. And then just in these areas, I don't like I can see striations in my shoulders, a little bit of chest striations. Um, so it's just odd. It's like I feel lean, but like I'm not. So we'll see how much longer it's gonna take and whatnot. But I'm excited to see what my back's gonna look like right now, because right now I think it's like 90% of it's lean, except for that little area I just mentioned, but it's small. Obviously, I'm just small overall right now. So excited to see see if I can get some good clips with this tripod, and with like an actual camera. It's like 4K, um, and and just see where we go from here. So definitely won't be filming in the gym again, but yeah, I'll see you guys after. Interestingly enough, before I cut this clip, there is way more cars here than normal. there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7, 8. There's like 10 people here, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a small gym, and I'm here at 9:20 p.m. So the reason I like coming to this gym is because it's small. It's not a big gym, like big commercial gym. And two, I come later, so it's like small gym with not that many people, and then I come later, so even less people. It's like, because it doesn't take much. Like, if it's a small gym, and let's say they have like 2 machines for like each, like muscle. Not even. I mean, yeah. Let's say they have 2 machines for each muscle, and then free weights. Then it's like it only takes 1 or 2 other dudes or 1 or 2 other people that are doing that same muscle group that you're hitting, for it to be pretty inconvenient. Because it really is a small gym. But anyway, I'll get back knocked out, and I'll see you guys hopefully with a good pump. So see you guys then. All right, guys. So I didn't end up getting the best pump, but we're just gonna go ahead and see how everything's looking. On top of that, I'm not really sure how to get this angle for the camera, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. That'll have to work. Okay. I'm really struggling to get this one to flex. Let's see. This. I can feel that this side gets tucked in. What's interesting is I struggle more whenever it is pumped, but I end up like sucking it in almost. When I make that turn right there, I feel it. It gets sucked in. It's definitely not going to be anything too exciting. I just struggle too much with my back and it's too small. So, guess we'll see how it looks. Quick car talk on the way home, and then we're done. All right, there we go. Yeah, as you guys might have seen in the last clip, if I include it, well, I guess I haven't reviewed the footage yet, but didn't get a great pump. I was actually ended up chatting it up way longer than I should have with one of the regulars that comes at this hour. I came here for 2 years straight, didn't talk to anybody here, and it's all the same people even from back then. And then I came again for maybe 3 or 4 months, had same people, didn't talk to anybody, and then just recently, I just, not in a rude way, but I'm always going to, I feel like if you say hi to somebody, you got to say hi to everybody. And so I just preferred to kind of leave it at, not be a dick to anybody by any means, but I'm not going to say hi to everybody. But this guy, he was clearly very friendly. Anytime you'd look around, he was chatting up with somebody, dapping up somebody. Super cool guy. But never me. I kind of look down, always on my sets. If I was, just checking my phone, whatever. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And not even I literally don't want to talk, because I'm definitely a talker. It's just that, it's a really easy decision. It's like whenever you go, it's just a decision. My default is just to not say hi. If I see somebody in public and I'm I don't know if I should, my default is just to not say hi, and not in a disrespectful way. If I see you, we're gonna hang out. That's a completely different thing. But it's always just an odd thing. Of course, if you see that good friend from whatever. But everybody else, I'm gonna pass. Anyway, he really made an effort and went out of his way to if I'm looking down, he would duck down, like, hey, like, give me a little fist bump. And so started off with some fist bumps, like, bros usually do, some fist bumps. Next thing you know, you're taking out the earbud. What's up, man? Good to see you. Next thing you know, it's, hey, what are you hitting today? And then, you're chatting. So, yeah. Um, didn't get as good of a pump, but regardless, I don't even think that's an issue. I got a good workout for sure. It was like, I built up a good pump, kind of went away, and then I built up another, pretty, like, decent one. But, obviously at that point, it's kind of just different if you're, like, on your second round of the pump, like, losing it and trying to get it back. So we'll have to see how the posing looks, but I'm just kind of excited to one day look back at it. Hopefully I'll be bigger. I'll have more control over my back and whatnot. So, yeah. I got to figure out more about, this camera and whatnot, but, yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to it. That was the plan. Go hit back, knocked it out. And to be fair, I also didn't get to start it very good. I go in there and there's just like some guy absolutely like just set up on the lat pull down, which is always what I start with. And this guy wasn't a regular, but just absolutely set up with his big duffel bag sitting there on his phone. So I started with pull-ups, and that probably wasn't the best idea because pull-ups pretty fucking hard. It's like jumping right into like a pretty decent working set. So yeah, no warm-up, jumping right into pull-ups. So no warm-up, fatigue pretty quickly, and then kind of whatever. But so if I was my friend and I was talking to me, I would just say what I always tell people: a shitty workout is better than no workout. Just go. So, mission accomplished, macros hit, cardio done, and I hit back. And it's interesting too, because I could easily, like, you kind of have that dialogue, between yourself or whatever, and I'll easily begin to convince myself, like, man, like, you struggle with back. It's never gonna look that good. It always, it looks decent. You're not gonna go compete. I just start convincing myself, like, it's fine. Like, it'll kind of be like worked throughout whatever things. It's fine. Even like, if you could just skip it. Like, but back's not. Who's looking at your back? I don't see my back, so it's just super easy. I mean, I'm sure it's similar with hamstrings. Super easy to literally just be like, back's not important. Let's just skip it. Or screw back. Let's just go ahead into arms. That sort of stuff. So, yeah, mission accomplished. Didn't do that. But the key with anything like that, skipping, just or I had a really good leg day. I'm just gonna end it here. Everything's great. I don't need to go hit cast. Just any little thing like that. I found that the quicker you're able to just like shut it down, it's weird. Like, because you're the one having the thought, and like, it's because when you're having that thought, you're supposed to, and that's why you're convincing yourself it's okay not to. So you still know in the back of your head it's not fine, but like what's up front is, it's fine because of so and so. But this, like, the sooner you can like basically call yourself out on it, like, oh, like, man, like, it's just not, shut up, just go. All right, like, it just ends right there. The sooner you can do that with anything, man, I'm really hungry. Like, because I had to eat chicken breast, like canned chicken breast and ramen because I didn't go get groceries, and so it's like I could be like, it'd be really easy to just eat this right now. Like, it's pretty good for like 5 weeks. Like, it would have been super easy if I continue to go down that thought, that train of thought. Like, this won't mess anything up. I'll be okay, and I would be, and I seriously would be. That is true. But I could also just go, shut up, just, or like, no, I'll just eat this, and then like commit to that decision. The sooner you're able to do that, then it just ends there. And then, just like anything, it's a skill, because some people won't recognize that they're doing it, which I don't know how much I buy that. Maybe you don't recognize it in the moment, like, really, you probably do. You almost turn a blind eye to yourself doing it probably, but you're doing it. And so I guess the first thing is just like, be really quick about figuring out that you're doing it, and then be really quick about just making, the right decision and sticking to it. Like, my girlfriend was talking, I could go running like this, or like, today's just so busy, I could make it work really easily tomorrow. And then she out loud I just need to stop being lazy. I'll go. And then she went. And it's like the sooner you can do that, the better off you'll be with the dieting, with the gym, with the cardio, with whatever it is that you're doing. I definitely need to start implementing that into like my other stuff that I'm struggling with, like my phone calls. So, I really don't want to get on the phone, pull up these leads, like kind of read through these notes, and I might not even get anybody. Like it's just a complete waste of time. Shut up, just do it. And then next thing you know, on a good day, before you know, you book 3 people in, you got $900 extra on the schedule, and on a bad day, you got practice, you kept some leads warm, and maybe they completely forgot about it, and they're calling you up in a week or two saying like, hey, yeah, like I'm ready to do it. So the sooner you can do that, the better. I'm gonna cut this short because I haven't charged this mic once since I started this, and this is the DJI mic Mini, and yeah, I haven't charged it once since I started this. Right now, I just hit 10%. So I love this because when I got this Osmo Pocket 3, it came with the DJI Mic 2, which I think is supposed to be better quality, like in terms of the audio. I honestly don't really see much of a difference in quality in the mics, I guess. Well, I feel like once they're good, they're just good. I'm sure more knowledgeable people would obviously have more to say about it, but it works great. It doesn't have like the backup audio, I guess, but I really like them. Super convenient, super small, and it comes with this charging case. $100, 2 mics plus you get the whatever. Is this a receiver or a transmitter? Receiver, I suppose, for your phone. So it's been awesome. So, but I'm gonna call it there. This was I need to keep track. This was either day 7 or day 8. But hopefully, I'm trying to commit to at least 30 days, and at the end of 30 days, I'll figure out what this is going to be like. Is this going to be more fitness with a little touch of business? Is this going to, and maybe it'll kind of sway back and forth, or maybe I'll have different series where it's like, all right, like the cut, ends, or the whatever, or like, I don't know, whatever. I'll see you guys on the next one.